Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to inform you about the arm and hand rests designed for the client's comfort. So let's begin with the most crucial foundation. She is the most convenient and she is for the customers. This is a stand that is supported by metal legs. She looks like this when she is displayed with our logo. She possesses silicone legs that enable her to maintain a standing position and prevent sliding on the table surface. And most importantly, it's made of eco leather from both vintage folds. Everything is done with the highest quality, and she's got a height of 12 centimeters. This implies that it will function flawlessly for the equipment utilized by any nail technician, whether it is going to be a hood or a lamp for drying material. When it comes to the trap itself, you have the option to set it up. As I mentioned earlier, you have the option to set it up right next to it. Or you have the option to maintain your distance. It all depends on the size of the table that your customer wants or prefers to have. If the size of the table permits you to place both a dust collector and a lamp for drying materials, it signifies that in essence there will be sufficient space and it will appear in this manner. The primary condition is that the stand should be positioned in a way that ensures the doctor is on the stand at all times during the procedure. That is the way in which the client, who is a manicurist, will be able to relax, and the manicurist will not have to struggle with their hand. Frequently, the table of the master does not allow to have both, as they commonly say in such situations. And then, if the master has not yet installed a built-in model, but instead has a tabletop one, it will have a similar appearance to this. So here will be a smaller size, and the client's hand, you remember, should be above the center of the fan. So it is not going to be like that anymore. Please put your hand in the position indicated by my gesture. In addition, in the event that the vacuum cleaner model is truly built in for your next customer, he also has the option to utilize the armrest for added convenience and comfort during the cleaning process, making it a more user-friendly and enjoyable experience. Everything seems to be like this. A hand rest, it is exactly what you need in order to relax the client's hand. However, there are occasional instances when your client, the nail technician, may express, "I find the armrest to be uncomfortable and not suitable for prolonged use." Due to the pickiness of my clients, that situation is potentially feasible, although not due to the high level of support underneath the hand. However, that implies that the chair belonging to the client, on which the client manicurist himself is seated, is positioned at a height that is insufficient. And then it doesn't look like this, like I am now. What's convenient and comfy for me because it's sticky. Below the chest is the location where this situation relaxes and becomes more comfortable. If the chair is sat at a lower height, it gives the visual illusion of the arm being larger than the chest level, as it becomes apparent upon closer inspection. This is due to the proportions and dimensions of the chair. With this stand, everything is quite clear essentially. And concerning the second stand, it is also a stand, yet it is small in size and possesses the appearance depicted in this manner. You have the option to utilize it once more, in theory, on the table. However, I would not recommend it because it lacks those legs that prevent it from moving on the table, so it has the potential to slide and may cause unintended damage or accidents. Right here on these little legs, there's a metal base, and there are magnets embedded in it. She was designed specifically for our grid. This can be a grid either integrated into the table or a high-quality grid that I am currently demonstrating to you. What does it look like and what was it created for? This particular item was specifically created so that if the client, who is your manicurist, has a small table, that is a table with a narrow width or limited space available. For instance, he is employed at the postal establishment. And in that location, it is difficult to create a fancy model of a semi-catcher or just place something big and impressive. And you can't put a stand there either. And in principle, it will be inconvenient because there is an uncomfortable workspace. And so they developed a small-scale model that fits perfectly onto the metal grate. She is sturdy, she attaches securely, she remains in place, she does not move or perform any actions. How does she work? I will show you like this from the side, how it all looks. So the doctor client's hand will be on the table. Here's where the guest client will be situated, and my hand is directly over the fan sensor. Why can't you simply put it like this? Well, you could. You just have to understand that this grid, it is made of metal, so it is going to be extremely uncomfortable and cause a lot of discomfort. And this pillow will guarantee that working with a dust collector is simply comfortable and effortless for optimal productivity. When we talk about the built-in model, it's the same story, isn't it? Here's a mounted model of a catcher. It's placed on the table, and this pillow is also attached. This is how the removal is reflected in the design. Do you agree with this assessment? So if the workspace of your manicurist is not very big and does not allow for a hand rest, but you still want to alleviate the discomfort of the client, here is a model that you can use to achieve that goal and provide the necessary support for the client's hand. She has created an identical design on both sides, and she possesses a soft pillow for comfort and a hard base for stability. We will serve you very well. Furthermore, our third model is a pillow, which is not intended for the client, but specifically designed for the manicurist to enhance their comfort during nail treatments. What exactly does this pillow do? She sets it up on the table just the same, and it's made of eco leather on both sides. And because of that, she won't be slippery and won't be able to ride on the table. So she's fixed and standing. Strong base and comfortable padding. Additionally, she effortlessly relieves the financial burden on the client's budget. In your situation, you require a manicurist. Why is it so fluffy, and what is the purpose or function of it? So here's the deal. When it comes to the client's elbow, your manicurist, they are always dry, rough, meaning irritated, or of such a rusty color. It is always about the fact that when a master works, particularly in hardware, he should ensure that he has two elbows fixed in place to optimize his efficiency and precision. To guarantee stability, they must be securely fixed on the table and have sufficient support. As a resolution, they devised an elbow pillow to simply make all the pressure softer, providing a more comfortable experience for the user. She is positioned near the dust collector. The hand of the client, who is receiving care from a manicurist, is placed on a pillow in a manner that resembles this. If a master works with two bases, that is, he has a second hand, and the same is done with the second hand. And this pressure is already hitting us like a pillow. When the nail technician comes to your store and you see that she has dry elbows in the summer, you can immediately tell her about asking why she doesn't work with elbow cushions. She will probably inform you, yes, that is marketing, a waste of money. In addition to a pillow, you can also provide her with some cream that softens the skin. Trust me, she will arrive in 1 month and express a massive expression of gratitude to you. Thus, this is a genuine revolutionary development for individuals with dry elbows to prevent that. You have the option to provide this as an add-on to the vacuum cleaner, or you can offer it as an additional option, even if the technician just came to you and you witnessed these dry lifts. Show yourselves as experts and professionals in your work, showing that you know more than the master. Hold on, that's the master's pain. Thanks to the thickness of the client's wallet, the nail technician's lift is going up, and as a result, the burglar becomes smaller.